Yeah, it's time for everyone's second favorite game mode, Alliance War. I'm fully expecting Alliance War to be soon to be some people's least favorite game mode because straight up overpowered, in my opinion, is going to be the most negatively impactful or impactful. I don't know, but Alliance War is where overpowered is really gonna be in your face. And the reason why I'm saying that is that overpowered in arena affects, let's say, 5, 7, 10 characters, right? And if I upgrade the 7 most important arena characters at the same speed as other people, you know, we get to some sort of balance. Not so much in Alliance War. Alliance War, you know, you got 10 teams on defense, 10, 11, 12, up to 14 teams on that are on offense. So a total of 20 to 24 teams, right? Times 5 characters. So we're talking like 120 characters. No, this is where people are gonna really struggle. And so I'm just gonna put this out here. For some reason or another, our alliance is matched up against a much smaller alliance. And so this may or may not be a good video. I'm very aware that overpower is not well received. I don't think it's a very intelligent or creative solution. I feel like it's very dumbed down and unoriginal, kind of in some way lazy, if you will. And I do understand that it's going to negatively impact people in PvP, which this game is PvP. I mean, all the good game modes of this game are PvP. So we're just going to go into battle and maybe there'll be something to learn. Before we go into the first match, the last Alliance War that I played, I ran into numerous situations where my opponent had like fairly well upgraded Sinister Six or fairly well upgraded Hive Mind. And it put me in a position where the counters that I normally would have used weren't effective, and I had no reason to upgrade those characters. And it was very discouraging. And I'll give you an example is, let's say I wanted to use Gamma. I don't want to upgrade She-Hulk. Another situation was that the correct counter for a certain team required parts of the Merc team, and I really wasn't planning on upgrading like Pandapool and Deadpool and all of that, right? But the counter did not work unless I did, because they were getting wiped. And so I feel like what's happening for me, even when in a favorable situation where the collection power of my alliance is a lot higher than our opponents for some reason today, for me to get the counters to work, I had to upgrade characters I didn't want to upgrade. And I'm going to imagine that this is a lot worse for most players across the game. I'm going to imagine that this is a lot worse. I mean, for me, that's like an inconvenience, right? But I imagine that the experience on the other side is absolutely miserable. So it is what it is. If nothing else, this will be a demonstration of overpowered running over opponents. We'll have to see, but let's get into it. All right, this is the exact counter that I was referring to where my Pandapool got destroyed the last time that I tried to do this team. And so this was my exact example, actually, where effectively I had to go and upgrade Pandapool to 10. I might still need to take Deadpool up to 10, but this counter requires Apocalypse, who I've got upgraded. You know, he's going to be at 10, and Polaris to kind of suck up the incoming attacks out of the gate. Well, you'll see how it plays out. Kahori is going to hard target Polaris. But the last time we went into this match, I didn't have my Pandapool upgraded, and it didn't work. It's just that simple. The counters didn't work, and I might still have to take up Deadpool. Okay, that's a minor inconvenience, but what's happening is that even though our alliance is bigger, people are generally upgrading the good teams, right, to like 10. And I wasn't planning on taking some, so it's these old teams that I don't want to upgrade, right? I don't want to upgrade New Avengers. I don't want to upgrade Gamma. I don't want to upgrade Nowhere. But if I want to use them in war, this is a bad feeling across all spectrums of the community from what I'm seeing. At least so far, I haven't really heard any positive response to this at all. Yeah, like none almost. All right, we're gonna go after Super Scroll is the plan. Okay. All right. Let's knock Kahori down. Ugh. All right, I need Apocalypse to pop off here. Oh, I did the counter wrong. No, I did it wrong. No, I did it wrong. Oh no, I did it wrong. I was supposed to put Apocalypse behind Panda Pool. Oh yeah, I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Probably lost because of it. I can't follow instructions. All right. Can't follow instructions. Oh my God. Completely my mistake. I got to put Apocalypse behind Panda Pool or the counter doesn't work. All right. Well, there's that too. There's that. There's that also. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. I love it. This is what I love about recording while you play. All the mistakes come out. Just like, oh God. Boomer, do you even play Marvel Strike Force? Do you even know anything at all? Okay. Here we go. Keep him from going under stealth. All right, so there we go. We got Apocalypse to... See, this is entirely how it should work, right? So this doesn't trigger Thanos passive when you'd use the super punch. Entirely different match, right? When you do the counter correctly. Placement matters. So the reason why the placement mattered is that I needed to have Apocalypse drop, and being adjacent to Panda Pool allowed Apocalypse to drop to get that extra turn meter. So now, because I had Apocalypse somewhere else, he didn't drop and get the turn meter. So like if you saw the way the last match went, you know, all kinds of stuff happened before Apocalypse got to do this super punch into Thanos. Now, what's interesting about doing the Apocalypse empowered punch into Thanos is that because it's max health damage, it doesn't trigger his passive. So Apocalypse is solely here to super punch Thanos so that he doesn't trigger his passive. So you got a good example of how not to play the fight and how to play the fight. And the last time I played that fight, I played it correctly, but it didn't work because I didn't have 105 Panda Pool, and I had to take Panda Pool up to 105, which I actually have the resources to do. But I just don't know if that was a character I was planning to take to 105. I feel like I'm kind of incentivized to upgrade characters that I wouldn't necessarily want to upgrade. Okay, let's go find the next fight. All right, so we've got a 10 Starjammers, which is kind of what I think people are going to be doing for newer teams. I know I usually focus on newer teams before doing older teams. Let's see where this team is. 10, 10, 10, 9. I'm not going to take him to... See, that would... For me to go from 9 to 10 would mean that I have to take him to, from 100 to 105. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's see how Starjammer goes. All right, let's keep going. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna have a hard time here. All right, let's see if we can, we've got no Havoc, so we've got Gladiator here. So we're stuck behind going into Gladiator. Okay. Okay, let's go. This will chain across the board. I think last time I played this, I protected the team by putting them into stealth, which I think is okay. So this is going to give some offense up, and then we're going to explode. Okay. All right, so they're starting to fall down. We got another gladiator here from Lalandra's passive. All right, this will hit the entire board. I'm going to target Lalandra just in case there's an assist that can kill her. No assist. Let's see who's going to take the next turn. I don't want her here. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, Groot's going to revive. Okay, I feel like we're in a good position. So this is unrevivable, right? With 11 charges? Okay, there we go. All right, pretty straightforward. I don't feel like I need to upgrade Sunfire to 105 to have him go up an extra underpowered. Okay. Are they going to remove overpowered? I don't think so. Not heard anything like that. I have a call with them tomorrow, even though the call is not about overpowered or anything at all. It's about, and it's not even the people that can make those decisions. I 1000% promise you it'll be brought up. I 1000% promise you it'll be brought up. And I don't even think it's the people that can, the person that we're having a call with tomorrow is not the person that decides these things necessarily. But I 1000% promise you it'll be brought up. All right, we're going to use A-Force Wasp against this team here. And A-Force Wasp is a team I don't really want to upgrade, right? So other than Wasp, you know, we're at a disadvantage. Oh my God. Like, I don't think this is going to work. Should I YOLO it just to find out? I mean, we've got a massive, you know, like if I really wanted to do this fight with some sort of certainty, I need to take them to 9, right? To like, not, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in and fight this fight. And if it goes poorly, I'm going to back out and go upgrade them to 9, which is basically level 100 purple 3. Oh, I really don't want to do that. I don't even know if I have enough purple 3 for that. All right, let's find out. Yeah, let's find out. I don't think this is going to go well. I really don't think this is going to go well. All right, let's see how we go. Yeah. All right, what do we got? All right. We need to disrupt Rogue and ability block Forge. Okay, so there's the disruption. Oh my God, we pushed him. Holy moly, we screwed up. Yeah, we screwed up because we pushed for a Rogue. Oh wait, we're good. Okay, we're good. We got lucky that she dropped the taunt. Oh, we got lucky. We played it wrong. We're still okay. Who do I want to delete? Kind of think I want to delete Jean Grey. All right, we need JJ to take a turn to cleanse all this nonsense. Oh, we need Wasp to pop off here, right? for us to have any way of winning this fight, we have to have Wasp pop off. Okay then. Well, I had a 10 Wasp. So Wasp carried us there, I guess. Well, we haven't won yet. Right? We haven't won yet. All right. All right. Did we learn anything there? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we learned anything there. I mean, I guess I had a Wasp that was overpowered for 4 members of the team, and so my Wasp was able to, I guess it's just showing what I don't know. I guess that kind of proves the point of what overpowered does, because my overpowered on Wasp was higher than a large percent of the team. Wasp was able to delete them. I don't know what we learned there. I don't know. Let's go into the next fight. All right, so we're gonna do Sinister Six here. And I feel like I have upgraded my Sinister Six to a certain degree. Let's see where they're at. So Green Goblin's at 10. All right, so look at, I got 3 of them at 9, 2 of them at 10. We're going into Spider Society, but then Doom, oh, Doom is super weak, right? I don't know. I feel like the Green Goblin's gonna carry me at a 10, right? But this is what I was saying is last time I realized is that Spider Society, a lot of them are at 10 because of the dual traits. A lot of people took them to 105 for the event because they got double credit for Spider Society. So Spider Society is one of those teams that I'm seeing, at least at the level that I'm playing at, where almost, if not all players, a good percentage of them anyways, took them higher, pretty high. So let's get in here and see how this goes. Ouch. Okay. Oh, Doom. Please die, Doom. Please die, Doom. I need Doom to die. Thank you. All right. And then this is kind of what I need. Okay. I feel like that was good. Okay. All right. So this was fine. Okay, then. Okay. 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 So I don't think we learned anything there. Kind of is working the way one would have expected there. All right, let's go to the next fight. All right, so we've got Orcus, and we're going to use Illuminati here. And one of the things that I'm waiting to see is how stressful all of this is going to be when Cosmic Crucible comes. Cosmic Crucible is a little bit different animal than War. Like, I don't really want to upgrade my B, C tier War teams, right? There's not a lot of value in that. But Crucible, I might be more interested in upgrading some of those teams, you know? So anyways, there's that. I think I'll like Kang right there, you know, if he was stronger, that could have been scary. Okay. All right. You know, I don't think I'm going to follow my normal suggestion, which is to kill the reviver last. I mean, I feel in these type of games, you know, if you kill the reviver last, I mean, the one that can revive the team last. Now, Omega Sentinel has a passive revive, so I usually do kill her last, but I'm talking about Omega Supreme, who actually, if I can get a ping on her, that would be the way to go, because Black Bolt can burp her down, and then she can't revive from that. Fantastic. No revives from that. I mean, Black Bolt's kit was originally designed about being meddlesome to Ultron. He was like the soft counter to Ultron, so it makes sense that he's still good against tech. and the Sentinels, right? Which are essentially tech villains also. I mean, originally he was built the way that he was for Ultron. Oh, let's go to the next room. All right. So this is interesting, right? We've got a 9 on Red Goblin, a 9 on Antivenom, Carnage, and a 7 on Venom. But we've got 10 on Kang. And I'm looking at their Sentinel over there. That's at 9. So what I'm thinking here is that because Kang is stronger than their... Oh, it's going to be a coin flip, right? Because they got Kang also. Yeah, this is going to be a coin flip right here. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to draw... I'm going to put Emma in here because I don't think this is going to do what I want it to do if I don't have Emma. And I don't want to deal with the coin flip situation. So we're going to put Emma in here. And the idea is that my Kang should go early in the fight and drop some of the Sentinels into red. And then we're going to get the Carnage take over the match situation. But I was worried about the coin flip from... Oh, wait a minute. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I didn't need Emma. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Okay. Scary. Oh no! Oh no! Kang got stunned! All right, drop him into... Oh, go into red. Yeah, we need you to go in red. Go in red. Yes, go into red. Oh my God, I'm having anxiety here. Go into red. We need the turn meter train to keep going off. There we go. No! Okay, we got a problem here. Yeah, we lost. All right. Well... Yeah, so I made a big mistake there. The coin speed flip only is to offense, so it wouldn't have been a coin flip. So I absolutely did not need Emma there. Absolutely did not need Emma there. I don't know if Venom would have made a difference, but did not go well. That was just a misplay on my part. We'll have to clean that up with something cheesy. What are we going to clean up? They're all 9s. Feels bad. Feels bad. All right. Hopefully we can just outspeed them and that they don't take a turn. Boy, we're having a not great war. Well, it's me. I think Crucible is going to be even weirder than this for sure. I think Crucible is going to be a thing. Yeah, we have to basically kill them before they take a turn. Let's go over here. Try to get rid of the reviver first. Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. Not great so far. So we dropped 2 attacks that maybe were just... I don't know if overpowered was the reason why I lost those 2 attacks or just me turning my brain off. There's always that too, right? Let's get into the next one and see how it goes. All right, we're gonna go into room 3 with Nightstalkers. So I don't think this is gonna be challenging at all, frankly. I think this is just gonna be them falling down on the ground. That's okay. We'll do it. Overkill's underrated, as I used to say. We'll have to see. All right. Let's go over here and wipe these clowns first. Oof. Goodbye. Nice knowing ya. Hey, remember that time there was some hive mind over there? You remember? Yeah. So this is an example of, me, overpowering the other side, right? And then we've got to push here. All right, we got to get to her before. Well, maybe did Blade kill? Well, it doesn't matter. Okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's go to the next one. All right, we're gonna take Mighty Avengers, which this is gonna be. I think I'm gonna have them pretty chunky here. So this is all 10s, so I'm gonna have an advantage here with the overpowered against their 9s and 8s. So I think this won't. I don't think we're gonna learn anything here. I'm gonna get the 50% attack. I mean, we're still gonna hit into all those death proofs, I guess, right? Like 9 million death proofs. All right, give me the turn meter. Maybe I should have took care of Ares right there. Okay, there we go. All right, well, I guess I didn't consider the Ares, but it didn't matter. All right, so I think that was a fight I would have lost if I didn't have the overpowered because of the Ares. But anyhow, it worked out just fine. All right, we're gonna try Liberty. Liberty what? And we're gonna put in Ultimus. We're gonna drop War Machine. And we're gonna bring in our Ultimus. And we've got some advantage here against the Medusa and the Nightcrawler. The real problem is gonna be her. Kind of want to hide you over there and do it like this. Let's do it like, yeah, let's do it like that. Okay. The trick to this fight is kind of like when to do the Ultimus Super Punch on Ms. Marvel Classic. So there's going to be, the basics are going to be important here. Is now the time? I don't think it is. I think we're gonna wait. Now it looks good. Now let's do it. Now let's do it. Yeah, we waited. Okay. Ah. All right. Maybe we should have waited longer. Maybe we should have waited longer. I don't know. Maybe. No, I don't think so. I feel like that was good. I feel like that was good. I feel like that was good. Okay. I like the way that worked out. That was fun. Angry beard. What do I got left? We have an Undying team. Starjammers Scroll. All right, let's find a B tier Super Scroll team to fight up against. Not that. I don't see any. Boy, that's not hard. Well, I mean, I think I could actually take a Gamma in there. Oh boy. Yeah, let's just do that. This is I don't think we're good. I don't think there's going to be much to talk about here, but we're just going to go in with Gamma. This is a team that I don't really want to upgrade. You can see most of them are at 7s, but you know, they got heroes for hire, so that's just going to be pretty straightforward. So the number of our overpowered currently, the number of the difference of overpower, like they have 0 and I have 9, that doesn't matter that much as far as overpowered goes, because there's only one level overpowered, and if I have one higher overpowered, then it's overpowered and I get the 50% damage and focus boost. So I'm only getting that boost of 50%, whether it's 1 overpowered or 10 overpowered. Now, if they start introducing more levels of our power, then that's different. I don't like that. We got to get rid of that. I need She-Hulk to help me out here. Is this one clear? So, here we go. Okay. 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 But I haven't seen Heroes for Hire in a minute. There we go. I have not seen Heroes for Hire in a minute. So they're going to come back. But it's fine. Yeah, they're done. Okay, they're done. Right? 5 defensive wins? Oh my god, really? I didn't see that I had that many defensive wins. I had 11. All right, I have Undying. Where do I want to use Undying? I don't see a Super Scroll team that Undying is usually used against a mid-tier Super Scroll team. I don't see any. I know I could wipe out that. Yeah, that's not a mid-tier. That's not a mid-tier Super Scroll team. That's a top-tier Super Scroll team. All right, we're just gonna use Undying for the last fight. We're gonna throw in Zombie Scarlet Witch just because normally I would want to. Oh, let's see, we just gotta do Scarlet Witch. Normally I would want to go up against like a Super Scroll team, but I didn't see one that was favorable. What do we got? 10, 10, 10, 10. We got a 9 on Hela. All right, I think we'll be fine. This war feels weird. I'm hearing that I have 11 defensive wins, which maybe proves the point about overpowered being unfun. Apparently 5 of them came from my Odin Null Mephisto team. So there's that. I got 3 of them from my Astral and 2 of them from my A-Force Super Scroll. And then I got 1 from a Starjammer. So I guess there was a lot of canceled attacks. 11, I don't normally get 11, but I think as far as making a determination of like the impact of war with overpowered, probably can be more about that than the gameplay I have here. Right? All right, they're just going to die out to the bleeds and the passive on Zombie Iron Man, so... Okay. Let's go right here. Goodbye. Rocket says, get off my lawn, Groot. I don't know why that's so funny to me. All right, there we go. I guess I want to keep Rocket so Rocket can kill off Gladiator, maybe? Well, never mind. All right, well, that's the war. I don't know. I don't think this video is going to do much to... It didn't for me anyways, to like whether or not how I feel about Overpowered. I'm sure you're going to leave with the same feelings about Overpowered that you started the video off with. Anyways, let me know what you think. Bye for now.